the issues that we are faced with. So just come on this journey with me. Do like, do share, do subscribe to this program. This particular episode is devoted to the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. I'm going to take the time out to show some images and to big up and to thank a lot of people on the ground who are doing the work. I'm going to recognize some of the governments, some of the organizations. I'm going to highlight some of the celebrities, some of the YouTubers, some of the people who are out there in the field providing assistance, providing coverage. And that is what this episode is about. So Jamaica and the world, my people, do understand this, that I know that many of you know that Hurricane Melissa had devastated the island of Jamaica and leave a considerable portion of that island, my island, our home, is being devastated by Hurricane Melissa. Now, communities from across Jamaica and the Caribbean are rebuilding after the hurricane. You know, the Haiti was also hit, parts of Dominica was hit, and also Cuba had a direct impact from this hurricane. However, from international organizations to local heroes, countless individuals are stepping up to provide aid. This presentation showcases the charity, the governments, celebrities, and grassroots movements working tirelessly to support recovery efforts and how, importantly, how you can help. And talk about some of the international organizations that operate in Jamaica, notably the International Red Cross. These are the leading humanitarian organizations that have mobilized quickly to provide life-saving assistance across the affected areas of Jamaica and other parts of the Caribbean. These trusted charities are delivering food, clean water, medical supply, and shelter, at least sheltered materials to communities in desperately needed areas. Notable organization is the International Red Cross and Jamaica Red Cross. World Central Kitchen. They're providing hot meals. I think they're providing up to 20,000 to 30,000 hot meals a day. Global Empowerment Mission, GEM, major distribution supplier. They're distributing massive amount of assistance across the island. I'm even seeing on that the Islamic Relief is also down there partnering with local organization. There's an organization also called Direct Relief. They supply medical assistance, and also the Samaritan Purse, they're offering comprehensive relief, including helicopters as well. So, as we know, the Caribbean and the diasporas, they have been championing the recovery effort. We have people like Shaggy, Beenie Man, Sean Paul, DJ Khalid, Buju Banton, the Marley family, Capitan, Sensia, and Movado, and many others are rallying, around the people and providing assistance, providing vital support and funding for organizations and foundations and direct to individuals. Sports icon like Usain Bolt, Asafa Powell, Noah Lyles, Shelley Ann Fraser Price. They're also leveraging their global platform to bring attention and resources to Jamaica's recovery effort. They're inspiring hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people around the world to support Jamaica. There's grassroots heroes that's emerging from the entertainment industry in Jamaica. You have people like local influencer like Romeich and Ding Dong and Popcorn, and content creators like Junior Lifestyle of Fishing, Miss Tiffany, Colaz Smith TV, Short Man and Look a Dragon Adventure. Hey, look, Short Man, Look a Dragon Adventure, small channel, but doing a little small thing, you know what I mean? You have Drizzy Burke, a big channel, mobilized a lot of big support. Yeah, some foundations that I see operating down there right now. Grace Hamilton, which is Spice, Grace Hamilton Foundation, the Beenie Man Foundation, Tyrese Gibson, the famous Tyrese from Fast and Furious, is operating in Jamaica. He is representing an organization called Reach Out Worldwide. I think that organization was established in honor of one of the member of the cast of Fast and the Furious that had passed. So they set up this organization, this foundation to help people around the world. And they're also coordinating relief efforts across the island. So a lot of support there. I also want to mention that the government of Jamaica is also playing a pivotal role. We got the senator, which is Honorable Donna Morris Dixon, Minister of Education, Skill, Youth, and Information. They have been organizing these weekly, I think it was daily at one stage, but they're like weekly or every time they need to be information presentation to the nation. I think they have done a good job at keeping the world, Jamaica, and the communities informed about what's going on, the coordination that's taking place. So I want to also big them up for communicating with the people of Jamaica. And I know it's not perfect. It's not never easy to carry out this kind of massive operation. And this is going to be a test of the strength and the resiliency and also the prudence of this government. And, all aspect of leadership will be tested. Integrity, competency, deliverability. You know what I'm saying? All those things will be tested during this time. They have had on there um, Desmond McKenzie has been almost a permanent fixture at the briefing, the news briefing that take place on a regular basis. He's the Minister of Local Governments and Community Development. And I like his style. I like his he's quite a very down to earth and he talking as he sees it. Yes, and then there's also Darrell Vaz, Minister of Energy, Transport, and Telecommunication. From the moment the hurricane hit, he's been all over the airports and the different places and trying to get Jamaica up and running. So he's definitely been engaged in this whole operation, given his overview of how things are developing, especially with the aid coming in, because his portfolio is transportation, so he can keep track of what is going on in the airport and the seaport and at the wharf, playing a pivotal role in getting aid into the country and get it out to the people that needs it the most. Um, on a side note, we know that there's been a controversy, surrounding uh Minister Darrell Vaz and one of the artists in Jamaica, which is Buju Banton. And as you may aware, many of you are aware by now, Buju has claimed that he has items that's missing out of his relief supplies into Jamaica, and that has been disputed by Darrell Vaz. That investigation is still undergoing. Hopefully, we'll come to the final truth, the final clarity about that situation, because it is creating a distraction right now in terms of attention, in terms of, getting people to get caught up in these division. And we don't want to distract and divide our country at this moment. So I think that a clear and swift investigation need to be done, and this issue need to be settled, because that's the last thing we need at this moment to kind of distract us and derail us from the main issue of recovery, of rescuing, of providing relief for our people. So moving right along. Also on this briefing that we've been seeing on a regular basis, there's been a Minister of Water, Environment, and Climate Change. And as you know, water has been a significant issue. And they have spoken about how water is being restored in many areas, because water was one of the thing that went down during a hurricane, because when the light go out, the pump them also shut off, and then the water can't pump to the communities. So there's been a struggle to get the light, and then you have to get the light, electricity up first, then you get the water, pump them to pump, and then the water can flow into the communities. So there's many communities who are still off limit to this very day. So we have to keep that in mind. This Jamaica Information Service, these regular briefings, is the Honorable Robert Morgan, Minister with responsibility for works, commander. You know, he comes and he gives his view about what's going on. I think there's a massive plan under the way to create this um, general work, recovery, cleanup operation that's going to roll out over the whole country. And I think he may be involved in that operation. So, yes, so they have been good at that. Also, the Director General of the ODPEM, that's the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, which has been set up for several years in Jamaica to deal with disaster. I think the Jamaican government recognizes that disaster is something that is going to come our way. It's not when, but it's not if, but when. So they have taken steps to prepare themselves for any disaster that comes our way. And Alvin Gale is now the Director General of ADPEM, who is coordinating all of the emergency management that's taking place across the island to help Jamaica to restore. So I needed to say that because the government is playing a pivotal role in Jamaica in coordinating the supplies coming into the country and also dealing with logistics of getting the supplies distributed across the island to different storage centers, storage hubs, distribution hub, and get it out to the people. That's a massive undertaking. And as we will go through, maybe we'll go through some of the images as we explain more about this situation. You see the helicopters, you're going to see, a lot of the distribution taking place on the ground. So yes, a massive operation is taking place in Jamaica. But Jamaica is not alone. Jamaican government is not alone. There's many national governments and intergovernmental organizations are providing critical coordination and matching funds to amplify individual donation. We know that the United Kingdom is matching public funds to the IFRC, which is International Federation of Red Cross, appeal up to 1 million, whilst the United Nations has launched, the UN has launched a $74 million appeal specifically for Cuba's recovery. So we can't leave out Cuba. They've been badly damaged as well. Also, Haiti has been hit. The European Union, France, Luxembourg, Belgium, Spain are supplying shelter materials, energy items, water and sanitation equipment, deploying medical teams, um, regional coordination. The Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency is coordinating relief across all all affected territories, ensuring efficient distribution of aid. So we want to definitely mention that.